Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. What am I even doing right now? Not sure what I'm doing. Forgot to open my chat app. Guess I wanted to open that now. God, I hope I clicked the right button. No, I clicked the right button. I am not currently looking at what even is this? Forest Center? Oh, I am out here. There's already 2 people watching. Question is, hi, who are you? Wish it could just tell me who's watching my stream. Just a little pop-up. Think that would be too much? Too much inconvenience? Let's go to the city center. I'm almost done this playthrough, this run through. Hopefully I'm almost done this run through. Yeah, I looked a bunch of it up, and apparently the 3rd playthrough is the most difficult, which doesn't say much right now because I'm kind of running through it pretty easily. Oh wait, I'll be right back. There we go. Just in time. It was... I also seem to be, not managing my chipset properly. God damn it. That didn't work out. I also hate this controller, so you guys are going to have to just bear with me a little bit. It's, let's just say it's got the sensitivity of a porn star. Chipset is full too. God damn. Apparently, I've been making horrible decisions by just combining all of my chips, which I should have done a better job with. Nope, that's not effective. And I have bad news. Apparently, the mini skirt, shirt skirts, tiny panties version of this game is the DLC, not the base game, which is kind of sad, but kind of understandable. So I'm just gonna finish this and probably move on to playing something else. I don't know what you guys want me to play, so we'll have to sort it out. I'll go through my list with you guys, maybe even live. Normally I ask the question in Discord, but more people keep leaving the Discord and no one's interacting with anyone. So that's fine too. I'm okay with that. I'm building a new community this time around. Right? Some people who actually want to partake. And be productive members of a community. Not just people who want to watch the world burn. Although this has started to weigh on me at this point. I'm going to be doing the review for this game. A proper one, I guess. But I've been very, very discouraged. I don't know they're gonna make you pay another $30 just to see B2 in little nighty tiny panties. What kind of monsters are they? Porn is free on the internet. Why would you want to make me play porn for money? I guess that actually answers itself pretty easily. Is that it? Guess that's it. And of course, if there's just a big enough demand for it, I absolutely will just, you know, do that thing people like me do. Get the cracked version of it, I guess. Pirate it, that's what I want to say. Just pirate the crap out of it. Oh, that wasn't the right way.
Nice shack.
Stay away from them! Leave this place! Leave now!
Okay, now wait, what?
Leave now!
That was weird, but okay. Looks like it's Ah. I gotta get better at these things. Well, that didn't make any sense. Moving on. How do I get out? Get out. Hey Spider-Man, how's it going? Have you come to ask me to play Fortnite too? For those of you who can and can't see, this is being streamed on both Twitch and YouTube. And therefore, if I'm talking to somebody, it might be in one of two of those chats. I don't know where I'm going. Again. Here, I guess. Pascal Village. Alright, no upgrades here. Nope, 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 back up.
I'm surprised you wish to speak.
It'll be faster if you just take a look at this recording.
I see. Information about this A2 android is indeed contained within our art. We all understand her to be rather dangerous. However, she's never visited our village in person. My apologies.
I see.
Let's stay sharp and head back to the resistance camp. We should run a check on our consciousness data and resupply.
Haven't I done this mission like 7 times already? What? Oh goddamn! I didn't realize he upgraded his stupid lock. Alright, fine. I guess that's screwed up. Can't jump off. How much money do I have left? $28,000. I think I need 40,000. Yeah, let me sell some bullshit I don't need. Give to an animal in order to ride them. What the fuck? Who knew that? Enemies drop more money. I'll keep that. Keep that. I don't need 3 of them, do I? Oh, some of these suck really badly, don't they? I should have been organizing these a long time ago. Defensive heal. Sorry guys, I know this is retardedly uninteresting for you to watch, as I sell a lot of crap I don't need. Mostly I was doing it to get a bunch of money for that guy. I wonder how much I need to taunt at all. Auto use item, auto use item. Yep, I think I'm gonna have to go back and really take a look at what's going on over there. These are weapon attack ups, and I have a lot of them equipped. Because they're kind of the best. Okay, let's go talk to that crazy inventor. See what giving them the maximum amount of money actually does.
9S, why did you ask Pascal about A2?
Huh?
It's not recommended to interface with machines without consulting command.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Though I suppose such intense curiosity can be admirable, in its own way.
Thanks, 2B.
Still, machines are the enemy. Don't forget it.
Operator 210 to 9S.
Shit.
This is your regularly scheduled contact.
Yeah, no problems here.
Copy that. I also need to inform you that the commander offers her personal praise for your recent achievements. As a direct result, we are currently considering boosting production of your model.
Really? I'm happy to hear it. I couldn't have done it without your support, Operator. You're always so cool under fire, not to mention beautiful and...
Flattery is unnecessary. Operator 210 out.
I really meant it, though.
Huh. So I stood there for 2 days. Speed salve, impact bracers. Let's see if I can actually get anything out of this. I wonder if there's actually a point to giving him all this money. Or am I just squandering? Let's see what this is. What is this? Let's do it one more time while I'm reading about this. Alright. Guess I got a bunch of stuff. Let's see if I can sell some more of these attack ups and downs. I don't know what the meteorite is used for, but I'll remember I get it here. Well, let's see something real quick. Where's this alien mask? Listen, items. Alright, well, that's that, I guess. That was waste? A waste. It was a waste. It was a waste of all my money. Alright, time to teleport to wherever the hell my next mission is. Seems to be one here. So who knew? I guess we don't have very far to go. Nope, I guess it's not here. Oh, that's that thing? God damn it. I got tricked into this again. Alright, let's get out of here.
Report. Mail.
I don't have enough pure water, and I don't have enough pure water. I'll have a bunch of this stuff. Fuse. I don't have a shield. Bought all the storage. Lasers and hammers. Okay. I'm gonna have to go around collecting a bunch of other stuff until I get to where I need to be. Get it? 2B? I don't need to be.
Oh, 2B. Our Android. It should be the resist, so I'd like to. Serious? Dead serious. And with all. Of course. Anyway.
I thought I had a quest. Camp development accepted. Am I gonna develop this camp or not? Right, let's go back to the bunker, see what's going on up there.
know it's our job and all, but these resistance types sure do use and abuse us, don't they? It's like they see us as a couple of gophers or something.
No complaining about your work. Exchanging information with the Resistance is a vital part of our mission. Besides, being a gopher is safer than being locked in combat all the time. Not dying beats dying any day.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing here. Large recovery. That's a lame thing to go into a hack chest for. Ooh, an item location scanner. Neat. But I don't have enough money for it. See if I can sell any of the random crap I have. Oh, that's a really cool one. 19? Yeah, no. Not using any of the drop rates, am I? Auto item. Stun. See, this is where this game gets into this whole point where I'm gonna have to start grinding to get parts. 19 points, 20,000. Let's sell it. Keep the 6. All right. Let's try this again. I gotta find more pods too. I feel like it's gonna be really important to have them in the next section. How was I going then? Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Yep, let's go there. I'll be right back. Ha. Well, that's a. Is that it? Did it die? Ha. Well, I didn't know I was gonna kill it by jumping off a cliff, but now I know. Now I know. What? Can I subjugate it? Nope. Just mass murder. Bang. I kind of like the fact that I make them self-destruct. Just Allahu Akbar the crap out of themselves. And then everything works out for me. But if only there was an auto pickup. That would be amazing. Good morning. Double suicides, hacking still complete. Hijack boost +3. These things are dropping much better chips. I like it. I'll have to sell all the other chips I got. Which one is this? Attack range +1. Yeah, these chips are much better. to figure out.
Strange machine.
Maybe I finished that quest too. Let's see if I can get this quest. Alright. Fair enough. Well, that's neat. I want more of those pods though. If I can just have a pod per program, that would be amazing. I don't know what to do with the idiot savant thing. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I know what that is. Don't know what that is. Desert camp. Okay. Current destination. Let's go take a look at what the hell that means.
Well, aren't we generous?
Hmm?
All this help for no personal gain? I know she's pretty, but...
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not like that. I mean, she is pretty, but that's... It's not...
whatever.
Why isn't my scanner working? Did I have to go inside of him? No. Guess here. Okay, so that wasn't anything. It was just him saying he needs to go to sleep. Neat and boring, actually.
We need to find someone wearing a red hood. Sounds like that red hood was a gift of some sort.
Gifts are such a useless ritual.
Wow, okay. Where'd that come from?
It's rude to give a person something without their permission. What if they don't want it?
I think it's more about the feeling behind it than the actual item, right?
Feelings are prohibited.
Yeah.
One affirmation will suffice.
Oh, for the love of... Fine. Yeah.
Wonder why. Oh yeah, that's right. I want to do this other thing real quick. And sold out everything. Upgrade pod. Literally need more pure water, and I don't know where to get it. Fuse. Fusing a lot of these is useless, as I understand it. Selling them might be easier. Flooded city coast. I guess let's go there. I want to finish this game as soon as possible. Uh-oh.
Why must we read all these books?
Knowledge
But can't
into you.
Hey,
Yeah.
my name should.
Human beside.
Well, if,
Glad to.
um,
Is there something else?
after we're done reading, can we? I'm sure it'll be.
All right.
You mean it? Then I'm gonna.
You do that.
The problem is, I don't know which one of them is talking when. They pretty much have almost the exact same voice. All right. whatever, I don't care.
There's another of those machines. I suppose it's going to attack me, right?
This machine type purposely seeks out androids in order to enact revenge. It should be dispatched immediately.
Got it.
Okay, so I guess they're only fightable on the second playthrough? Let's see on fire. Bang.
I'm so sorry. Everyone.
That it? Damn it. Alright, let's try again.
The bedrock here was bombed out.
Well.
Looks like the whole city is starting to sink as a result.
Finish me. Even if I achieved my revenge, I was planning to die regardless. My friends are dead. My family is dead. You killed them all. And left me alone. I don't have the strength to continue. It hurts. I'm sorry. Everyone, I couldn't avenge you. Accursed androids. How much longer will you torment us? You damn monsters! Glory to us. Glory to my family.
Is he gonna die? Is he gonna explode? What is happening?
Machines wanting to avenge their families? That's absurd.
Data shows that humans often engaged in similar activities throughout mankind's history. Such attempts at revenge were often seen as justified.
And yet, I...
Can I subjugate this one? I'd like to get more of the subjugation going on. God damn it. Man, I feel like I've been online forever today. I woke up early, I hung out with some people, talked to them about disgruntled server admins or whatever. And until I got really actually annoyed and bored with arguing, explaining myself, whatever. I came here to live stream hoping there would be somebody here to talk to me about stuff. There isn't. I'm all alone again. I don't want to be all alone. Do I still have my auto heal? Is that still equipped?
Target missile sighted.
Is that what we need to protect?
Let's take him out already. So
Whoa. That was a...
Androids don't need to bathe, as long as you perform regular cleaning and maintenance.
No subjugation.
yeah, but come on, 2B. It still feels good.
Can I have him? Oh, I'd love to have him. Bang. Who's that? Can't shoot that, I guess. I'm really sad that, what's his face? Didn't end up mass murdering the robots through hacking while I was playing as 2B. It's kind of bullshit. Like, he does a lot of damage, and I had to set her to super aggressive before. What? Also, Spider-Man, if you're still there, why aren't you watching me on Twitch? Watch me on Twitch. Everyone move over to Twitch. I'm losing too much of an audience on YouTube. Actually, no, it's good discovery on YouTube. I like the fact that people discover me pretty easily. Pretty quickly. But Twitch is where it's at. That's where... or at least just follow me there anyway.
I think that's the last of the machines.
2B, 9S, come in.
Commander?
Emergency orders incoming. The carrier ship that was sent to resupply has come under attack. It's currently being engaged by a swarm of machines. I've asked all Yorha troops in the city ruins for assistance, and I'll need you to provide backup as well. I'm sending flight units and coordinates now. Good luck. Out.
You see? Total slave driver.
If she didn't order others around, what kind of leader would she be?
If you say so.
Ba-da-ba-bum. Oh yeah, I can hack things in here too. What is... Wait, can we change the settings?
Attention, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. Requesting support from any friendly units in range. We've come under heavy fire from the enemy. Our escort ship has taken damage and is unable to engage. We're currently resisting with all remaining support fighters, but we can't hold them off for long. I repeat, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. We need immediate backup from any available android forces.
Picking up a large-scale enemy inbound. Looks to be 2.8 clicks southwest of us.
What's that? I don't remember that. I didn't play this. I didn't get to fight this thing through the first playthrough. Well, let's do it. Let's kick its ass. Wait, let's kick its ass properly. Booyah. Damn it. Okay, let's try this again. One more. No, no, no! Did I die? I died. I died. All because I couldn't heal. Alright, let's go back to this.
Attention, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. Requesting support from any friendly units in range. We've come under heavy fire from the enemy. Our escort ship has taken damage and is unable to engage. We're currently resisting with all remaining support fighters, but we can't hold them off for long. I repeat, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. We need immediate backup from any available android forces. Picking up a large-scale enemy inbound. Looks to be 2.8 clicks southwest of us.
Hey, Bowl Boy, how's it going? You're back? Where are you back from? Shit. How's it going? I found out that there is no nudity in this game unless I buy the DLC, which I'm really unhappy about. Come on. So that means that I'm gonna finish this playthrough as soon as possible. I'm nearing the end as well, so. And I'm probably gonna quit, although they said the shit. Although they said the third playthrough is the hardest and maybe the most rewarding, or the fourth playthrough is the most rewarding. But no mini skimpy outfits from for B2 anymore, so nobody's gonna watch unless I literally play the next round with her completely bottomless, or whatever, the skirtless, whatever the hell the term is supposed to be, explodedless. So I'm actually looking to play a new game. So if you want to suggest or recommend something that I might be able to play. Oh no.
Enemy aerial unit destroyed.
That would be
back to
quite
area
helpful.
recon.
I don't know what I
Wait,
have.
I'm still picking up a large enemy presence. Didn't I kill that already? What on? If it's that big, we should be able to see it.
But how about you? How are you doing?
Is that a machine? It's freaking huge. Crap! It's blocking close-range attacks with EMP blasts. We've got to find another way to damage it.
Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna fuck off to
Operator 210 to 9S. Command has decided to stage a direct satellite laser strike on the hostile. We need you to destroy the enemy EMP generator so we can lock onto the target. EMP generator? Sending the coordinates to your map now.
EMP generator target confirmed. Marking on map. Proposal. Destroy the generator quickly.
any game is cool. First person shooter. Okay. Well, if we're going back to FPSs, I have to check what I have. But I don't know if I have any decent FPSs that are playable again and again. I think you have access to my Steam list. You want to take a look at what you guys want to take a what we can play?
Enemy data obtained from command.
Go ahead.
The only known record of this machine life form is a lone sighting 320 years ago. Upon reaching land, the unit unleashed a devastating electromagnetic wave attack. All resistance fighters in the vicinity were annihilated.
So basically, if this thing reaches land, we're screwed.
Affirmative.
No, I'm completely avoiding all Infinity War talk until I see the movie. But I also don't give a flying fuck what the SJWs do anymore. I care about what I do, and hopefully I'm not gonna fall into their outrage culture or be outraged about their outrage culture. They will remember the whole thing. Their job, their only job, is to continuously be upset and outraged at everything all the time. To continuously make everybody they can feel like they're being oppressed or at least unhappy. The more unhappiness they cause in the world, the more the more Marxism can do its job properly, I guess. God, I hate this thing. I don't mean that in a SJW way. I literally mean that it's really annoying. Can't hack it. But goddamn controller won't act the way I need it to.
Confirmed elimination of electromagnetic interference. Stand by for incoming satellite laser strike.
Oh, come on! It's got an electromagnetic barrier over its whole body?
Having trouble over there?
Are you Yorha?
Hunter Squadron
Sorry, I'm gonna skip a
deploying
lot
out
of this
North
because
12th
I
Defense
don't care.
HQ.
I've
I'm
done
the
this pretty
commanding officer,
recently.
4B. Don't worry, we'll take it from here.
Where are they gonna take it from here? What are they even doing? They're just shooting randomly.
2B, let's leave this area to the reinforcements. I have an idea. You and I should meet up at the spot I just marked. We've got mortars lining the shoreline here. All the EMP shielding in the world won't help against close-range mortar fire.
Got it.
I'll help aim.
Literally EMP? What are they called? Oh. EMPs are only effective against electromagnetism. EMPs, or like he's calling it an EMP barrier? I thought I was helping aim.
This thing's armor is too thick. We need more firepower.
2B, let's try for a more direct approach.
Direct? Oh, right.
That's right. Lay down some fire in its stupid mouth.
Am I just sitting here waiting? No, okay. I guess I'm gonna pretend like I'm doing something. Shoot it in the mouth. Like, punch it in the mouth, right? Just...
Are you all right, 2B?
That enormous machine is an ancient weapon. It was designed to help annihilate the androids, but it wound up going out of control.
Man, these aliens that came to invade Earth are incompetent as fuck. Everything they've created either gained sentient life or is turned on them. And then they died, and then literally the machines took the form of androids, and they're still screwing everything up. These are really, really inept aliens.
Searching for a way back. Huh.
Hey, 2B, I think I have another idea.
You keep that thing right where it is, okay?
What?
Please, 2B. This is gonna work.
So, again, always remember, the SJW's only job, the only job they have in all of life, ever, their only purpose, is to make you feel miserable. Think about it that way. Their job is to make you feel miserable, and their job is to make everyone else feel miserable. They have no other purpose. I wish they had another purpose, except outside of just telling people that they're miserable and oppressed. But they don't. What is happening? Why can't I dodge? So, try not to get too affected by their ideology and by their mentality. And I'm going to try to do my best to not get outraged by them as well. The only thing you can show them is that their Marxism isn't affecting you, and it's not an effective tool against you. And if Marxism isn't an effective tool against you, then what do they have left outside of crying and bitching? Like, it is only crying and bitching every step of the way. It's literally being what do we call it? The kindergarten generation? The generation that never learned to grow up because they shoved them in kindergarten and got babysat their entire lives. So they don't actually know how to interact with anything other than their babysitter. Their parents never said no, and the school system just always babied them even further. Anyone that complains about anything is the one that gets the reward, the treatment, I guess. Crybullyism is exactly what arose from it. It's just people sitting around crying and bitching about how everyone is oppressing them and affecting them. And you're trying to make an environment where people aren't being bullied or affected. Because we used to beat the fuck out of kids. We don't beat the fuck out of kids anymore. And I understand where the whole thing came from, right? Parents don't want their children to be in the hands of other people and be abused by other people. So the notion is, let's save the children. Why am I not able to have... There it is. Oh, I wish I could dodge in this mode. So yeah, we'll sit around and we'll listen to them complain and bitch and cry about the fact that there isn't enough black people, or there isn't enough this, or isn't enough that. But what do they do? What have they ever done with their lives to actually achieve anything? Nothing. They got shitty jobs, shitty careers, shitty everything, decided to have zero effect on life outside of being crybabies. Well, when your entire goal in life and your entire purpose in life is just to be a crybaby, then how serious can I take you? You don't have a job, you don't have a real job outside of a blog, you don't have any life outside of being miserable and hating on everything. And I will not, I just will not allow this to be my life.
Well aware, thank you.
So I'm gonna go watch Black Panther. I'm gonna go figure out whether I like the movie based on my necessities. I'll even do a podcast on it. As soon as Siggy's done her goddamn assignment. And then we're gonna go watch Infinity War next weekend. Or this weekend. I'm not sure when we're gonna go see it. And then we're gonna go watch the goddamn movie, and then I'm gonna tell you guys about it. I'm gonna do one full podcast about the Marvel Universe. That's the next podcast you're gonna see. The next podcast I wanted you guys to see was going to be about child pedophilia, abuse of children, child trafficking, and a bunch of other shit. But instead, I guess the next one's just going to be about the Marvel Universe and what I think about the final conclusion of the past 10 years of my life.
The child held sway over enormous strength. But sadly...
This is tactical.
This is tactical.
We exchange proposal.
Analysis records.
I want more of those pods, but I also don't care. What? I really don't care. Okay. I Okay, first of all, I don't know who Killmonger is. I don't know what they did with Thanos. They could potentially be right. I don't know. I'll have to see the movie and find out. The fact that they're outraged about it is okay. It's irrelevant. It's really irrelevant to me what these people want or think or care. Okay, hold on. Are they happy about anything? Ask me that question. Are they happy about anything? Is there anything about this that makes them happy? Or are we just relying on them to like do other things? Like, do we take into account what they like, and then being like, no, we're against that. We don't want any of that shit. So who cares? You're saying they just think Captain America is racist too, and feminists are whining about female villains. Good for them. That's all they've ever been doing is whining. How much whining can you really deal with on an average basis? Don't you want to just kind of move away from it just a little bit and say, hey, how about no? Just how about no? How? Which one? What's the best one? What am I even doing? What am I doing, guys? Look, look. Okay. Blah blah blah. Listen, it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter at all. The more you let them affect you, the more you let them affect you. The more you let them set the narrative. They don't even know what the word racism means. He has to use it every day. Feminists are complaining about not having enough female representation in comic books, and then they make a female villain, and they're like, ah, villain. Women aren't villains, and then they literally act like villains. See, that's exactly the point, isn't it? They're he's saying people are actually avoiding seeing Infinity War to prevent it from surpassing Black Panther at the box office. Of course. Of course they are. But again, I also don't care because I'm going to go see it, regardless of whether they want me to or not. I'm hoping that... I don't know how to go about this. I also don't care all that much. Like, they'll do all the random bullshit that they want to do. They'll bitch and whine. They'll bitch and whine and complain. They'll boycott everything. And it doesn't matter. None of it really matters unless you let it affect... Like, unless you let their opinion get to you. It doesn't matter. Who are they whining? Imagine if people stopped paying attention to them. And they just kept crying to themselves, just on their own.
Good.
Proposal. Engage visual sensor diagnostics.
You got it.
Of course they'll say it seriously. They have no other purpose in life. That's how sad they are. They have no other purpose in life but to be miserable and outraged at everything. This is why I say I would like to focus on other things. Me and okay, it's entertaining for me too sometimes, but only sometimes. Sometimes it just gets a bit much.
Don't you think it's overkill to perform a full data overhaul?
Unit 9S was seized by the enemy and placed in a non-controlled state for an extended period of time. There is a high probability of corruption by an enemy logic virus.
This is why me and Siggy actually want to go out and put together a series about why things are good, why things aren't always bad. But nobody even gives a shit about things that are good. By the way, apparently book club is coming back. We're having another book club next Sunday, from what I understand. For those of you who give a shit about books. What am I can shoot now? Oh. Yay.
Huh? What was that?
Unknown.
Halt the data sync.
Alert. Data synchronization is mandatory for all your high units.
Yeah, I know that, but we just got some kind of weird noise. Halt the data sync for 2B as well.
Affirmative.
Let's figure out where that noise came from. Just to be sure, you know? Open a port to the server.
Like, hold on. Who do you know that's recently gone and done a positive review of Infinity War? Have you watched the positive reviews? I know the SJWs are gonna whine and complain about everything, always, non-stop. I don't even need to hear their opinion. I can come up with their opinion all the time.
Better stick to the main.
Captain America's racist because Captain America represents America. America's racist. America invented slavery. Uh-oh. All Americans are racist. Whatever. That doesn't even matter. The majority of the Marvel universe is all white males that are rich or incredibly intelligent. No black people represented. No black people were represented in anything. Not enough women. The women are just used as sexual objects. Like, it's the same goddamn narrative that they've had the entire time I've ever heard any of the things we talk about. It doesn't even matter. It's the same oppression Olympics that they want to play for the rest of their lives. How no, but like think it's just, guys, let's just take a moment to feel bad for these people. And I don't mean in the sense that we should actually do what they want, but just feel bad for them. What's the point of being given a life and free will when you choose to exercise none of it?
What's a barrier doing here? Looks like records for supplies shipped to the moon. Strange. There were a ton of empty containers. That's weird. Why would they do that? Huh? A new port just opened.
Guys, this is the best hacking game ever, right? Just sit around and you hang out and you hack. Apparently hacking involves flying around in a mini tank shooting things.
Detected. Council of Humanity and Project Yorha Records Index. Alert. We are not authorized to access this data.
Man, this stuff is all wrong. I need to check this out too.
Like, I've had many situations where, like, you can only laugh at somebody for so long before I start feeling bad for them. And before I just kind of want to befriend them and just keep pointing out to them that they're literally oppressing themselves at this point. Really? Privacy settings?
Let's see.
It took that long for you to figure out about the whole thing about the privacy settings? Alright, well, I'll pause the game eventually and go through a lot of my lists. I don't even know what to play as a first-person shooter. Let's see what I have. Library.
What was that?
All games.
Crap. Did they find me?
Ark, 7 Days to Die, Borderlands 2, Endless Sky, Oxygen Not Included, Reassembly, Dark Souls 3, Fallout 4. Maybe I'll go back to playing Fallout 4. Arma 3 I've given up on completely. Satellite Rain, I'm also giving away a version of that game. Some other bullshit, Nier Automata, Stellaris, the Infestation, the New Z, Homefront, The Revolution. I already beat that game. I think I did it all on stream too. Enter the Gungeon, Starpoint Gemini, Doom. I've already beat Doom. Also, I think, not on stream though. Elite Dangerous, Warframe, Rainbow Six Siege, Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen. I haven't finished it. Dungeons 2, I gave up on. Half-Life 2, I gave up on. Osiris: The New Dawn, a little bit too retarded. I gave up on that one. The Bureau XCOM. I gave up on that game pretty quickly too. Skyrim. I want to redo Skyrim. I want to do the feminist run through with nude mods, but again, I can't do that on YouTube or Twitch. So that might be on one of my other servers if I ever, or the other things that if I ever get around to it. But otherwise, I have a bunch of mods for Skyrim which I might want to play, or at least just do the regular feminist run through. Hold on, I'm not done. Astro Near, that was a lot of fun. Mini fun game, but the guy got boring pretty quickly. Much more interesting to play with other people and colonize things, but no. Smite I gave up on. Saints Row, a bunch of them. FTL, Half-Life 2 episode something, I gave up on. Endless Space, don't even care about it. I don't know why I have it. Episode 2 of Half-Life 2. Guardians of Orion, gave up on that. Skybreak, gave up on that. PlanetSide 2, boring. Unturned. I actually got a lot of I actually got a lot of people watching. By people, I mean children watching Unturned. Then This War of Mine, which I promised somebody I would play, but since he quit my server, I don't care. He bought the game for me. Miscreated. I've been meaning to go back to Miscreated, but I need people to play Miscreated with. Because Miscreated is absolutely one of these games that I would like to have my own server. And play it together with other people. Was it level 6? Oh, neat. Can I take over their bodies? Or am I just... Alright, fine. I want to do a feminist run-through because I want to select a fat, ugly female character and just give her the power of shout. Because clearly that's all feminists do. But I also wanted to do a small mod where, like, Fusroda would be replaced with Don't Rape Me, for example. And one of the other ones with, like, No Means No. And just eventually start mass murdering all the male characters in the game. I want to get around to that, but I feel like that'll take a lot of effort and skill. And getting a little bit of voice acting together to make it happen. With a little bit of timing. At some point, I'll get around to it if I have time.
If I want to reach 2B, I'll need to reach the factory's lower level first.
It's too bad that he only jumps backwards. Oh. Oh, I just got destroyed.
Uh-oh. I better get to 2B fast.
He's gaining experience, but he's not. But the little robot I'm playing as isn't getting experience. Would the little robot that I play as getting the experience? So this is also more bullshit because no one. There it is. Oh no, I can only jump backwards. Go. I guess I can time it to when the things fall underneath them. Okay, that's actually quite useful. But you see, this is what I'm talking about. Even my feminist playthrough would just mean a lot of yelling at people, like and a little bit of voice acting. But like, it's stupid. The feminists are stupid. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I really want to teach more people about the useful idiots notion, where you're literally being used by the same people that you're protesting. It's not like feminism is this ultimate altruistic idea that came out of nowhere. It was also created by relatively rich white Jewish men. So what are you even supporting here? Where are you even going with this notion that you think you know what the fuck you're talking about? Because they don't. They have no clue. And I keep trying to talk to them about it, but then they just end up crying. Whatever. One experience? I guess that's all you really need. What time is it? Almost 2 hours of live streaming? I should probably go eat soon. What? Man, I really need to meet more gaming YouTubers. None of this feminist garbage, none of this anti-feminism bullshit. Just regular YouTubers who want to do gaming together. Like,
look at all these broken machines. A few still look usable. Better send these coordinates to the bunker, just in case.
eventually, I'm gonna put some effort into just meeting these newer YouTubers. I guess I don't know what to call them. Gamers, gaming YouTubers. Because, like, how many times do I have to go sit there and explain to people that feminists are not right? And when they're not right, it's okay for them to not be right. As long as they're not affecting your country, your taxes, your government, or whatever. But they are. Of course they are. This is why they are a problem. Because they are affecting policy and government organizations, and I would like to have them not affect like government organizations in any way whatsoever. Oh no, come on. God, I hate these things. I enjoy the fact that they made me play the stupid minigame as one of these goddamn robots. But at this point... I just want to heal up somehow, but it doesn't look like I can heal up properly. Well, I don't think my auto heal are working.
Better send these coordinates to the bunker, just in case.
Oh, god damn it. Well, that's fine.
Uh-oh. I better get to 2B fast.
Is there no run version? Wait, is the Evil Within even a first-person shooter? I know. What? No! God damn it.
Damn it. Maybe I should have taken over something with a little more power.
Maybe. I would have liked that. Could you take over something with a little bit more power? This is bullshit. Oh, look, a floaty. What kind of RPG? First person, third person, triple person? You know what? I'm just gonna look it up after I'm done. But how much does it cost? Where can I get it?
Look at all these broken machines.
Oh shit! I subjugated instead of remote control. Oh well.
Everyone shall die and become.
Third person survival horror. You know what? I'm willing to give it a try. What's it cost now? Any idea?
We shall become gods.
19 on Steam. Let's see if I can find it on G2A for less money. Is it at least a good experience? Oh, I guess since you're suggesting it, it must be a good experience. I'm gonna go pirate the the underwear version of this game, of whatever the hell this game is. Near Automata? I'm gonna go pirate the DLC and do a couple of hours of gameplay in her underwear. But I won't upload it to this channel. I'll find a different channel to upload it to. I'm gonna start my own. Subjugates. I'm better off flying. Can't go in there. Oh, he's stuck.
Gods, 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 gods.
Let's see if I can grow another secret channel with all the naked underwear running around bullshit, and just direct them back to this channel. Hey, Kung So Flu's here, kind of. Fucking muted himself again, but it's just here. Way to get recognition, my friend. Way to get recognition. This thing is slow. So slow. But welcome anyway.
All right. If I can hack this elevator and get it running, I can get 2B and everyone else out of here.
It's a simple lock.
Whoa, 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 whoa! 2B! It's me, 9S!
9S?
I hacked into the... I'm gonna...
Appreciate.
Okay, well, hacking in the factory. Alright, good for me.
I'd better secure an escape route.
What is this? This is boring, guys. This is really boring. I wish this is the most boring part of the game I've played thus far. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not just going to be random garbage. It's going to be,
There we go. First door unlocked. 2B, keep going straight.
Will do.
What's this way? All right. I don't smoke. I'm sorry to tell you guys, but I quit smoking cigarettes 2 years ago, and I don't smoke pot. I don't smoke at all. Something's weird in the back of my throat because I think my coffee cup had a bunch of coffee grains at the bottom of it, and I ended up getting a bunch of them in my throat. Even the pot I want to grow isn't necessarily for me. And in worst case scenario, I'm actually going to cook it. And maybe cookies or gummy bears, like I said. Moments of just relax after work. And I'm mostly looking for a body high, not a mental high. If I'm looking for anything, to be honest. I don't like the idea of feeling dumber. I like the idea of maybe just relaxing, feeling more calm, especially after an entire day of running around lifting heavy shit. That's my own personal preference, I guess. It's either that or like I just continue taking Advil, but I'm not sure what's better for me, Advil and Tylenol to relieve pain, or just gummies, I guess. Or brownies. Oh god, I would love brownies though. From what I understand, the indica stuff is the stuff that should be giving me what I want, not the sativa. But fuck if I know how this is going to work out for me. Oh, in the long run. Like I said, I still haven't gotten enough funds or anything else. Shit. To start my grow operation. Although my seeds are coming. My buddy acquired a bunch of seeds for me.
Open. Exit route secured.
Thanks.
Alert. 2B is currently engaging a machine life form of significant ability. Said machine is drawing electrical power from the factory.
It's not where I want to go. It's not where I want to go.
Infiltrate the factory's mainframe and shut off the power.
If I remember correctly, sativa is the one that does the mental stuff. Gives you more of a mental high. The sativa, the indica is the stuff that's supposed to give you more of a body high, which is why I found, I think it was White Lightning or some bullshit like that. That has a 70% indica content. I think Siggy would prefer the indica as well, because she just wants to feel less anxious and stressed out as a physical response. And that's much better, because giving her a mental high while she's writing papers is ridiculous. Ridiculous to me anyway. Yeah, but like I used to be almost nearly a 2-pack a day cigarette smoker. Maybe. I don't know. I see, the weird part was that when I did smoke a lot of pot, nobody was bothering to get into what percentages of what is in what. We just kind of grabbed pot and we smoked it with whatever my local dealer had, and that was it. There's no questions about it. There was no what percentage of indica and sativa is there. This has all happened within the last 5-10 years. I remember people were like, yo, I got Kush. And then people were like, well, what's Kush? And they're like, it's whatever. And we never bothered. We just smoked it. And I know that some pot gave me headaches, and some pots made me really paranoid. Some pot was actually really good and just let me sit there and veg out. What kind of pot stream? You mean you want me to get high on pot and then do a stream? Or do you mean just talk about different types of marijuanas? Play while high. That means I'd have to go back to smoking pot. Which is an interesting idea. Since, you know, I'm calling myself Silarius. But, last time I don't know. I'm not in a good place. Let's just say that. A couple of years ago was the first time I had my bad trip, so to say. It just felt like crap, and I didn't like what was going on in my life. And I just got way too introspective. After I ate a couple of brownies, I didn't even smoke it. But like the time before that, it was all fine because it was just me and a bunch of people who got really high in the garage of my building while I was having a party. And then I was just being a ridiculous asshole like I normally am. That's the problem, is that when I was smoking pot, I was a ridiculous asshole, and I mean that in the best sense I possibly can. Oh, God damn it! I mean literally, I was just being a dick a lot, and I made fun of a lot of people, and that was the way I know how to interact with people while I'm high, is just laugh and make fun of everything. But my sense of humor might be a little bit crude for a lot of people, I guess. What is even the point of this? Am I even capable of dying? Yeah, so I did a lot of making fun of people. No, I've never tried synthetic weed, but so let's just say that I know other people around me who have tried synthetic weed, and it fucked them up really bad. And to be partially honest, I have also found the desire to grow mushrooms, psilocybin. Somewhere next to my weed will be a couple of jars of just growing my hallucinogenic mushrooms, and hopefully this will happen at a cottage, and then nobody can say shit. I'll have a lot of fun, and then I can do all my streams in all the different types of ways. I'm really curious about this microdosing thing that everyone's been talking about. Just taking small bits of it, so you're constantly producing.
Understood.
No, it wasn't Siggy I made fun of. Like I said, we're having a whole house party, and I think the remainder of us, there's 5 of us. Someone rolled a really big joint, and I think Siggy already went to sleep by that point. And I just got smashed. Since I was already drinking vodka throughout most of the night.
You left quite a trail when you accessed the main server.
That's what I wanted to speak with you about, Commander. I found record, but I don't. So did.
Yes.
She's not wearing pants at all, is she? So yeah, and whoever was there, I just kind of went fucking full savage and just busted out my worst sense of humor ever. I think a couple of people got really mad at me after that night.
You're just giving.
No one.
But you know, that's just the way I am, and I might not like it, and some people might not like it. Is she gonna make out with me?
What path will you take? It's up to you to decide.
What? What? There's been a lot of things going around, a lot of places doing a lot of things. There's always notions that marijuana is going around laced with something or other. No, it's really shitty that people do things like that. That literally lace a bunch of stuff with a bunch of other shit. Send it out. There's the right now. What is that bullshit we have going on in Canada? People are lacing everything with this other new drug. I forget what it's called, but there's like radio warnings about it all the time. And yeah, so the government's actually providing people with test kits to make sure that your shit's not laced with whatever that stuff is called. And
what? How? They're supposed to.
And yeah, so no, it's really dangerous. That's kind of why the government does want to make sure that they're the only ones that sell it. So now, when they're the provider of drugs, it's tested, it's secure, it's okay for you to smoke their weed. And if you die, then you just sue the government for it, or major corporations. You can't sue your drug dealer for selling you shitty fentanyl. That's it. That's the shit that's going around. Fentanyl is in like all the drugs right now, and a bunch of people overdosed in Ontario already. They just fucking died. So yeah, so the government's just giving out all the test kits for everything. I'm kind of weirded out by the situation. There's so much nuance to every conversation that, again, I can't say fuck drugs. I can't say my tax money shouldn't be going to the government, but also simultaneously the government's there to protect its people, and even drug addicts are people, or at least you'd hope they were. Last night, again, I left a bunch of empties on my porch, and they're all gone. All $5 of them. But again, I also didn't want to be the one to return them. So it looks like the guy is just sitting around waiting for me to leave enough empties out on my porch. For him to come take them. Funny enough. What, that's it? Also, what the fuck was the mission I was supposed to take? Shit. Hold on. I'll be with you in a second. What the fuck? Okay, I got way too distracted at this point. But also, these bosses are getting pretty easy. Anyway, the whole point is that I have my Celeria's brand, and I would like to progress it continuously. Like I said, I'm building a new network of people, a new community, because the old one fell apart. Yeah. So hopefully we can get together.
Good thing I landed that direct.
The opioid epidemic in Canada. We got rid of a lot of the opioids, I guess, to a certain degree, but we're opening injection sites all over the place and providing clean needles all over the place as well. So call it what you will, and it is what it is. It's clearly a problem. Whenever you have opioids, like, I know my dad was addicted to opioids. He couldn't. He got addicted to some sort of painkillers. He had back problems or some other shit. The doctor prescribed him a bunch of opioids, and then he got really addicted and he got really sick, and then he didn't know how to deal with it. Now he's like permanently addicted, has no idea what to do with himself. Of course, my dad also travels in some pretty dumb circles. So let's just say that I wish I had a better upbringing, guys. I really do wish I had a better upbringing. I'm hoping that my children will have a much better upbringing than this. There it is. Like, at some point, I feel like I don't like either one of my parents for any reason, for every reason. But yeah, right now one of the neighborhoods, one of the richest neighborhoods in Ottawa is having a problem because they're actually right next to the University of Ottawa, where Sigan goes to school, and they're opening. Oh shit! Actually, I wanted to talk about this, but I never got a chance to talk about it. There's a group of people that opened an unsanctioned safe injection site. This is the way the news media presents it. An unsanctioned safe injection site. Do you know what we used to call those back in the goddamn day? We used to call them crack houses. Literally, some guy opened a facility for people to show up and inject drugs to. That's not government sanctioned and not been permitted, not been like anything. Just decided to open his own thing. And the liberal media, and I'm gonna say it's the liberal media because the conservatives are literally going, what the fuck is this shit? This is literally a crack house. Are saying, oh, we're really upset with the mayor for not showing up and endorsing this unsanctioned safe injection site, and a safe injection site or a safe use site. And I'm really disappointed in our government for not giving them their license off the bat and not letting them do whatever the hell they want. They're like, what are you talking about? You opened a crack house. You're literally fucking promoting crack houses now. This is what the liberal media is down to. They want to ideologically drive everything to such a degree that opening... Shit, what were they even called? I think they were called something else at some point. The heroin houses, the smoke houses, whatever, where people just showed up, bought a bunch of drugs, and got high inside of them. And then the government's like, yeah, this isn't good for society. We should probably not be allowing this. And now we're back. We're back to it. We're literally back to heroin dens and crack houses as government-sanctioned facilities. This is why people keep talking about the left no longer being progressive, but actually being regressive. Dragging everything back to the age... Well, shit. When did we have these? In the 1800s? Safe injection sites? My ass. Now my money is going towards a bunch of people who want to safely inject heroin because they don't have a safe place to inject heroin. What? Well, hold on. Yeah, the states are the same. The richest neighborhoods are being affected too. New York in particular, West Virginia is an epicenter. This is a problem. This is a genuine problem in the world where literally my tax money is going towards opening facilities for drug addicts to inject drugs in safely. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to feel. Like, at the very least, people complain about... I've heard many times that, oh, but white people or white rich people also do drugs all the time, and they just have the privacy and the ability to do it at home, so they don't get caught. Whatever, there's Siggy with her research that white people apparently do more drugs than black people. Well, black people have a higher conviction rate because black people choose to do the drugs on the streets as opposed to in their own homes, and this is apparently inequality. I agree, this is inequality. This is an inequality of ideology, not an inequality of drug use or persecution. Prosecution, not persecution. Sorry, different things, different meanings. And I don't know. I don't know, guys. This is kind of why I do want to kind of go off my own. And if I could have the ability, I would absolutely try and rehabilitate as many people as I can from drug use. Like, I'm more than happy to open up my marijuana solar farm to recovering opiate addicts, and maybe even give them all the marijuana they want to smoke just to get through the first couple of weeks or months. Give them a place to live, give them a place to stay until they feel like they can recover, or at least they can do more. They can hold back the addiction, but then it's all about teaching them to manage the addiction. To like, quitting smoking wasn't fucking easy. Oh, crap. My connection's apparently dropping again. Even quitting smoking was relatively difficult, and a lot of people can't quit smoking. So yeah, we're going to teach people to not resort to hardcore drugs as a coping mechanism for God knows what. If people like me resort to chain smoking cigarettes when they're upset or pissed off about something, people who have ready access to heroin and their social groups are actually heroin addicts will resort to doing heroin with their people once they get upset over something. And think about that in a society like ours, where everyone is upset about everything all the time. This is why I want to move away from this outrage culture garbage. The more people are outraged, the more people get upset, the more people just don't want to handle or deal with things. Like, I can't believe that people are just feeling constantly upset and oppressed and just physically and personally take responsibility for things. Like, you know how people get affected? You know that little shake people get when they get so triggered by a topic? That is it. That is the literal trigger. And people need to learn to cope. Like, people do a lot of different things. I know people who cope in many different ways. I know people who cope with marijuana, who vape, who I think I have a few marijuana vaporizers in my house. You can vape whatever the hell you want. I'm not sure I want to. I'm not sure smoking is the answer, nor do I think it should be. Maybe. No, I know about all the vaporizers. Look. Let me be perfectly honest with you guys. One of the hardest things I've ever had to do was quit smoking. When I quit smoking, the majority of my social group was all smokers. So anything anyone ever wanted to go do was go to bars or fucking coffee shops so we can sit outside and chain smoke like we used to. Do you know how hard that is? I fucking do. In fact, it was so hard that I pretty much don't keep contact with most of the people I used to keep contact with. I can't sit with them and chain smoke. It's not enjoyable anymore, and I'm really sorry that apparently that's one of the other reasons I lost a lot of my friends. I started off with a lot of people chain smoking pot and chain smoking cigarettes, and reverted to not smoking anything at all. And apparently, people feel like many people have told me that I act like I'm better than them because I refuse to drink or drive or smoke and drive or just don't fucking have a beer at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. It's weird and it's difficult for me, and I'm not sure how to deal with it because I am the type of person that I wouldn't necessarily. No, okay. I have had a time after my brother died for a while. I think I spent almost a year drunk every day non-stop. I don't know how I got the money for so much fucking alcohol. But it happened, and I coped with it my own way, and afterwards I tried my hardest to just get out of that rut. I eventually, Siggy made me promise to quit smoking, and I kind of cut down on my drinking heavily, and like I only drink on podcasts for the most part. Even when I moved to Ottawa, I thoroughly enjoyed having one beer after work. Just coming home, sit down, have one of my fancy IPAs. They're relatively expensive. I'm not going to drink 17 of them a day. I'm not going to drink like to get drunk. I just have one before I have dinner. And that was fun. Now I'm broke and I can't even have that. Maybe that's why I have a lot of stress in my life. But my entire literal channel is about getting intoxicated and then trying to sound smart or interesting. And it's difficult. It's difficult to a certain degree. But anyway, the point was that after I quit cigarettes, the hardest thing for me to actually sort out for myself was to justify not starting to vaporize. The hardest thing was literally, people offered me vaporizers. They offered me. They're fucking professional grade vapes. And they're like, whatever, I don't like this and I don't like these 3 flavors. Do you want it? Do you want to take it? Do you want to do it? And every step of the way was just saying no. Regardless of how much I actually wanted to have a cigarette. And it's just a simple vape and there's just a couple of pulls. I had to say no. The point is that it's about quitting. I have this conversation with Siggy all the time. She's like, well, why don't you have just one cigarette with us when we go out drinking? And I go, well, what's the difference? What's the point of quitting then if you're still going to have one? That's the whole point. If you quit, then you quit. And you've quit. Everyone that I've never known that said, oh, I'm not going to quit smoking. I'm just going to cut down. Ended up smoking way more than they initially smoked before. This is why I preach self-control. Because self-control is incredibly important. If you don't have self-control, what do you have? Because if you don't have control over yourself, then you don't have control over anything. And then you're just being acted upon, as the feminists would like to point out. And, yeah. So, we went. We went with, not smoking anything anymore. And even if I was, like, yeah, I call it relapse, call it being peer pressured into it, call it whatever you want. With a few times I did go smoke some more pot, or, I haven't had a cigarette. That's the thing. But yeah, it's not something I do anymore, and self-control is incredibly important. So just to reiterate those points. But back to what you were saying in the chat. How did I get into smoking? The cool thing now is vaping. I already addressed vaping. The electrically flavored smoking device. And electronically flavored, whatever. The shishas and hookahs are also still a thing that are absolutely readily available. New reports in states isn't that reported widespread craze of Juul vaping devices amongst teens. Juul? What the fuck are Juul vaping devices? Post links in the Discord so I know what the fuck you're talking about. But also don't join the Discord if you don't want to. There's nothing here. There's nothing here for you. Yeah. I guess I'm back to this. Vaping or no vaping devices. Every generation has their version of whatever. If I really want to build my own custom smoking device, I probably would. It would probably revolve around having several different layers of water filtration, plus electronic combustion. Not even electronic combustion, just electronic heating, like a small oven. So there's no actual release of anything outside of what I want. Shit, it'd probably be better to just nah, I guess not vaporizing. Well, whatever it is, it's if you get into the trend of going back to smoking, whatever, then you're gonna go back into the trend of smoking. There's no point of quitting smoking if you're gonna smoke anyway. The justifications that people give themselves for why they're gonna have one cigarette now or one cigarette later, or they'll justify with them only socially smoking is still smoking, regardless of when or how often they do it. I quit and I'm gonna quit, and I'm gonna use my own self-control to continue to quit, regardless of whether Siggy tells me that it's okay for me to have a cigarette now, and maybe a cigarette, maybe no more for the rest of the evening, or whether I want to or not want to have one myself. It's just not something I'm doing, and it's just not something I'm doing. And it's really strange that I have to explain this whole concept to Siggy, as she's majoring in addiction. She's an addiction specialist. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get around to figuring this out to a certain degree. But yeah, so my intention is not smoking. Smoking is easy. You can find smoking anywhere, everywhere. I don't want to rely on the smoking aspect of it. The majority of why I also don't like smoking is because it destroys those cells in your body, the ones that regenerate skin elasticity, and then you just get all saggy and wrinkled. And I don't like any of that. That's not for me, and it better not be for Siggy. So eating it is much better. And apparently marijuana has some pretty decent properties that are beneficial when you eat it. No. Siggy quit smoking too, or doesn't smoke, whatever the fuck it is. I try and make sure she doesn't smoke at all around me, anything, ever. But again, around me is a relative term. It's also funny that she's the one that made me quit. She made me promise to quit smoking because it's bad for me, and now she's the only one that partakes in actual cigarette smoke around me. But yeah, so there's... Fuck. Just no more smoking. And in worst case scenario, edibles for me. Maybe something will change down the road. Maybe something won't. But for now, I'm sticking to I quit and I'm done. I don't want to give myself excuses for why I can and can't do things. I'm just gonna say I don't. And if I start, then I know that I couldn't hold myself back, and then there's other issues of self-control that I need to address. But again, those are my own personal issues of self-control and self-relation that I need to address amongst me and whatever. I'm surprised this game doesn't have more guns. Normally these Japanese games have all kinds of crazy guns. And this hacking minigame is getting really annoying. I'm glad that I'm at the end of this game. Or at least this playthrough. Look, I'm not gonna get into this whole thing of first-hand, second-hand, third-hand smoke. because apparently they've discovered something as far as fourth-hand smoke, where it sticks to your clothes and other people can smell it. Or if they wear your clothes, then it can also be contracted and affect you in multiple ways. We've had waitress again, not the point. It's literally not as important as you would want it to be, or as I would want it to be. And for the idiots, again, for the idiots to be freaking out about a movie, is so irrelevant to me that that's stupid SJWs. Like, dude, would I want to encompass my entire life complaining about what a movie studio does? Do I not have anything better to do with my life? I literally have a better plan to help poor people and to help the disenfranchised and oppressed than they ever will, by literally creating a business plan where I can make money selling solar energy, growing pot mushrooms, and brewing beer, while also helping the disenfranchised. Like, where are their plans? Why are they complaining about movie studios when they could be actually trying to work towards actually helping people? How is this even helping people at all? Do you think their bitching and complaining is going to help people in the long run? It won't. This is what you were saying, right? There's so many countries in Africa and in the Middle East that actually need real notions of equality. Not even feminism, just equality. And all these people do is bitch and complain about the fact that women don't get paid enough as men for doing less work. And it is doing less work. Let's be perfectly honest. And I'm not saying every case, I'm not saying all cases. I'm just saying in the majority of the cases where the comparison is made, it's less work. So wait, did we figure out what I'm playing, or are we just decided I'm going to be doing the Evil Within or whatever? God, I want to finish this game already. I'm also getting hungry again, and my throat's getting scratchy. Do I auto heal or do I not auto heal? Oh god, there's another one. Okay, screw this. Let's just go finish this game. So, here's the question: what do you guys think? Should I start a GoFundMe, trying to encourage people into helping me get people off of drugs and alcohol and dependencies, by bringing them into my religious cult compound where I have pot, mushrooms, and beer, while also a pretty decent amount of money to help people get work and to actually take care of them and get them proper treatments? Maybe teach them a few skills that they might be able to go and take into the real world with manual labor. Would people give me money for that? That's a very liberal idea of donating my own time and money and effort and profits into helping people recover from opiate addiction. Oh god damn it, just attack him already.
Damn it! They're here too!
Logistical planning? Maybe. Siggy's getting her degree in experimental psychology. I would absolutely like her to work at the place as the doctor, who's checking the experimental side of the therapy. So that's already fine. The ins and outs of the pot business is not that much of an ins and outs. If you're doing outdoor grows, then you're only harvesting once a year. And the rest of the time, you just gotta make sure the pot plants stay alive and healthy. If it's a really small scale grow, then that's not much of an issue either. But I'm looking to go full scale. As far as the beer on the other hand is much more of a thing. What you want to do with beer is that absolutely takes more time and more efforts. And I guess if you really want to get around to it, then the solar farm is also another manual labor position that can be easily done and you can hire people to do. Or at least use the same addicts to get them into the regime and routine of doing manual labor and actually having them work. The pre-planning to accommodate addicts. Okay. This is partially why this is an interesting idea, because the whole point is to take the addicts out of the natural environment in which they get majority of their drugs from. When you move them into let's say a cottage remote facility off of out of the inner city, then what would happen is they won't have as much access to their dealers. And if they don't have access to their dealers or the environment that normally encouraged, or at least the kind of environment where they're normally used to doing their drugs, it'll be a little bit harder for them to reattain the same drugs, and potentially will not put them in a situation. Like if you create a non-stress environment for them first it's the detox. Step one is always detox, which is why I'm kind of okay with using pot to detox, but then slowly wean them off of pot. Again, pot is going to be legal, so if it's legal, then people are allowed to do whatever the fuck they want. I'm willing to build micro cottages for them too, in a sense where they can have their own living environment, living stage to get. It's such an intense, like. A lot of homeless people and a lot of people who are drug addicts don't know what it's like to have or own anything of their own. So if you give them their own space for privacy, for whatever else, then yeah, absolutely, they will slowly get encouraged by the idea of having their own personal property, their own personal space. They'll get the idea of having like things of their own that they actually like. And if the drugs aren't as readily available, they won't be doing the drugs as much. Requiring sanctions from the government? Possibly. Depends on what you call yourself for the most part. But again, the whole point is to slowly set this up as a fully legitimate business that operates. I do want to give them a detox facility. I do want to get professionals, and I want to be relatively self-sufficient and self-sustaining through the solar farm. The solar farm will absolutely be the thing that provides the majority of the money, so I'm not relying on government funding, nor am I relying on donors, which a lot of these facilities do. A lot of bullshit goes on through them because they constantly require donors to give them more money and government to give them more money. I don't want the government to give me more money. I want the addicts to become functional members of society. By becoming functional members of society, they can go on and do more productive things. And maybe they'll choose to support the idea down the road, or even suggest that they hire. Let's say they start their own business. They can also hire other addicts. They know how to deal with addicts because they were addicts. They would know what they want to do. But of course, it's also dangerous to get addicts with other addicts, unless they're strong sponsored individuals. Like this is going to be a whole wide range of combination of things. People knowing how people are to be the way people are. Like I said before, I kind of spent a little bit of time on the streets myself, and I kind of get what's necessary to get yourself out of a rut, out of a situation, out of a thing. And I know a few of my friends who've needed to detox and get their lives together. And the best thing that's ever happened to one of them was that one, he got stuck. He went to go help his brother, and his brother had a problem with one of his legs. I think he broke his leg at work, and he moved out into the small farm countryside road where he just had to live out there and help his brother out for a couple of months. And then he just got really comfortable having food and shelter and whatever. And he got comfortable not completely being stoned all the time and being high and being drunk. And he slowly weaned himself off to a degree. Well, again, drug addicts don't necessarily have vehicles to make off with it. And the pot is only harvested once a year if you're doing outside grows. So harvesting it and containing it into different places is absolutely okay. Giving it away is also another thing. A large portion of the plan is to sell a lot of it too. Again, under the Celerius brand, under the... Like, knowing that it's all going to a goddamn good cause, better fucking generate pot revenue and pot sales. And that's only in the hopes that the government will allow me to actually sell it to people. If not, then it's just micromanaging at this point. Like, there's always legal loopholes you can get through and get around to do a lot of what you want to do. Okay, so criminals in my area. This is the whole point. That this isn't an inner city investment. This is quite out in the middle of nowhere investment, or at least endeavor. I don't want like. There's a lot less criminal intention and activity out 4 or 5 hours out of a city. And again, the point is that you're going to be outside of a city. You're going to be in an area where there's a lake, and it's a very cottagey feel. There might be a greenhouse, and there might be a bunch of solar panels around the area, but that doesn't mean that's like I want the seclusion. I don't want people to be able to get in the truck and be able to ride into certain parts of the city. Sorry, in certain parts of the solar farm. There's also going to be security. And obviously police are going to be involved and aware and under... There's a lot to go through. There's a lot that needs to be addressed, obviously. I'm not saying I have all the answers right away, but at the very least of everything, I want to help people. I want to do the things I want to do. And yes, I want to go be an electrician. Like, yeah. Imagine being able to be an electrician, hire a bunch of drug addicts to literally teach them proper skills they can use in life, to go on to be more productive members of society, and actually having the business to be able to back it up, a business plan to be able to back it up. Not just say you want to help people by complaining all the time. I'm done complaining. I don't want to complain anymore. I'm tired of people complaining. I want to achieve goals. I want to make things happen. And I want to be able to do it in any country and in every country. But my first priority. Am I going to transport addicts to myself? No. There's okay. You clearly have to start making connections with drop-in centers and whatever. All these places that deal with the drug addicts on their own time, and there's a lot of them. And I've dealt with them. I've talked to them, and they're more than happy to encourage the people on the street, especially the younger youth, to get off of drugs, to detox, and to enter these programs. There's not a lot of these programs, but they're developing more and more of them every day. Like, if you guys want to know what I had an original idea. I mean, when me and Siggy first met, I was really adamant, because I was actually partaking in a couple of therapy groups. Just a bunch of places that my mom was working with. They're trying to help a bunch of people, disenfranchised people, with a lot of stuff. Well, my idea was to create an inner city drop-in center there was also a thrift store, and just use all the stuff in the thrift store for art projects. So I know a lot of I know there's a lot of, what do you call it, street fashion, for example. where people on the streets like to decorate and dress in specific styles, and they'll go ahead and like the urban feel. Now imagine if you had access to a workshop where you had all the different stuff you wanted to get access to for art projects, or at least the fashion lines, and you just start modifying your own clothing. And I wanted to give them the ability to sell it to make extra money without needing to go to things like prostitution or drug dealing, and show them that they could do an honest day's worth of work on their own without needing to resort to a lot of different stuff. The community aspect of it is also really important, and as the thrift store, I would also like to put the pieces up, or even patent it and eventually build a website for them to sell. But start by just letting them sell their products at the thrift store at the price they wanted. So if somebody wants to take a pair of jeans and modify them in a way that they want, that they think is fashionable, that they think would be interesting, and other people would buy, then they have the ability to do it and put them on display in a separate section of the store. And yeah, and they could sell it, and I would absolutely give them 100% of the profit off of said design, clothing, or whatever. And if they come up with interesting t-shirt designs, I was gonna have a website up where they would have the ability to sell their products online, and again, profits go to them fully, without any complaints from me. This is supposed to help them just learn business, learn the business sense, learn how to work, give a shit about something. I want to later on have a music program, I guess. If you're running a thrift store, you're bound to get musical instruments, and I know enough musicians who would dedicate time and efforts into teaching people music. And I know a lot of addicts, I guess, people that are generally not in a good place, would love a place to go hang out and play music together, which was another thing I was going to do. There's a lot of things I want to do, but again, never got around to doing it because you need money to make money, I guess, is what you want to call it. This was supposed to be an investment idea, per se, where I don't know, my mom had a bunch of investors. I was gonna run it, but then shit just kept falling apart more and more and more. I clearly didn't achieve any of my dreams of wanting to help other people, and I'm really sad about that. But maybe there's more. Maybe there's more with the business sense. Maybe Macklemore? What about Macklemore?
Brother, oh, brother. Why?
I lost you. Are these opiates addicts in jail? No. The point was never to address addiction addicts. It's just addicts are one of the main things I want to address. Addiction is horrible. Is retarded. It needs very special addressing, per se, because again, Siggy's specialty is addiction and mental health, and we're seeing that a lot of addiction and mental health are heavily related and linked. So what's happening is that I am now gaining a better understanding of where the help is needed and how it's needed and how what's the best way to solve it. So me and her are kind of looking at it and trying to figure it out. And yeah, so I don't know. It's anyone who's really poor. If you're near homeless and your life is falling apart, I would like to be able to help you. I'd like to give you certain skills, and I would like to get maybe even a halfway house down the road. But the halfway houses already exist. I'm looking to help the people that are worst off in society. Like trigger warning did teach me one thing, and that vets are fucked. Vets of all people in society are fucked. And I do want to do something that's veterans first. And he had a pretty decent idea that's not far off from what people want, what my idea is. Maybe it might even be a large portion of his idea. Of just having a place for people to go to just de-stress, relax, not fall apart, not be taken advantage of, not feel oppressed like they're living out of and eating out of garbage cans.
Disliked fighting.
But like, look, a lot of people are addicted to a lot of different things, and hell, like, Here's the thing that I personally want to address. You know how we have cam girl bullshit right now? Like there's cam girls in everything, and why aren't most prostitutes cam girls? They're drug addicts, and they don't have time to take good care of themselves. And by not taking good care of themselves, what's happening with them? They end up just hooking on the street for relatively cheap, if I may say. But they could always sell their videos and do a bunch of stuff online, just like everyone else. Like I think YouTube is full of it's completely full of socialists that can't get a goddamn job because they're nothing. They haven't gotten education or any of the life skills necessary outside of hold on. What? Outside of being able to write scripts about how they're oppressed all the time. I think prostitutes could be the same thing. I also thought about giving them a room and maybe internet access. Teaching them the proper way to whore yourself out online, as opposed to just standing on street corners looking for heroin or looking for quick fixes of heroin. Like the internet is solving a lot of issues, and I think we need to start addressing a lot of them. I personally would like to address a lot of them. Shit. I thoroughly liked Macklemore right up until I heard that song where he's claiming he's stealing rap from black people, and him and Eminem are ruining rap. And then I decided to just give up on Macklemore as well. I don't want to handle the amount of bullshit that Hollywood and California wants to throw at me all the time, non-stop, about how black people are constantly oppressed. I just don't care anymore. I don't care. Everyone's oppressed. Everyone's oppressed, guys. That's the honest truth. They want to turn it into a feminist issue. They want to turn it into a whatever rights issue, a black rights issue. I don't care. We're all stuck in the same place together, doing the same thing over and over again, all together. And if you want one group to succeed over another, then you're just a supremacist, just like the same supremacists you're fighting against. Remember projection? You hate the things that you know. You hate the things about other people that you hate about yourself, and they're supremacists, and the same supremacy that they that they put out there is the same supremacy that they see in other people. It's fine. Let them fucking do it. I don't want to complain. I want to solve issues. Let's solve issues, guys. Yeah? How do you feel about that? Solving issues instead of complaining. Is there a problem with Civil War? Yes. Don't watch it. Problem solved. Is there a problem with you not having rights over it or not having control over it? Yes. Make enough money to then fucking buy it. I don't know what to fucking tell people. Just because people want to whine and bitch and complain about everything, it gets really annoying. It gets really frustrating. It gets really tiring.
Destroyed. Close range combat no longer operable.
I capable. What am I doing? Oh, I guess I'm just shooting. There we go. Now we're just limping away. I just die? That's bullshit. Like, do we need another song about how Macklemore himself is destroying rap? If he thinks he's destroying rap, why doesn't he just leave? Just go. Just leave rap. Just quit. Quit, motherfucker. But he won't quit because he's literally making money off of bitching and complaining about how other people are oppressed. And that's the saddest part. I just want to save people from themselves. Is that so much to ask? Ooh. Shit. God damn. Shit. I'm not having fun with this at all. But whatever. You just missed me completely? No, not completely. I guess that's it. Now I'm gonna just walk around slowly.
Close range combat no longer operable.
I must have been corrupted when Eve detached from the network.
No.
It's okay. I can always reload my backup data from the bunker.
Come
But you'll
on.
lose you.
Why can't I skip this?
You that exists at this very moment.
Guess so. But we can't upload this corrupted data to the bunker. So...
9S.
Is he pantsless too? Guess he's wearing boxers. Hold to skip. Hold to skip!
Recover designated items.
Yay! I'm back to being the lady. Alright.
Hey, I needed to... Say, 2B? No.
Planning preparation. Confirm equipment delivered.
Why? Why do I have to go to somewhere else? Like, guys, I have a robot hovering around me that projects a new battle begins. Achievement unlocked. Preview.
Remember your pain. The pain of having your homeland stolen. We will never give up our struggle. We will take back the seas, the skies, the land. We will take back our world from the scourge of the machines.
Who are those people? Well, this is a preview
We will
of.
not fail in this mission. Here and now, we will put an end to this goddamn war. Glory to mankind.
Is this a preview of Near Automata. Cold Childhood. Okay, so I guess that's the preview for the third game. I guess it's coming out. Save, save, save. Pop, pop. Oh, I guess that's a 3-hour mark, and there's a new opening. Okay, guys, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna take a piss, and I'll be right back. We'll start the new game, see what new bullshit I unlocked.
I never quite realized how beautiful this world is.
The commander's put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am. That means I'll be performing regular checks on you from now on.
If anyone is listening to this, there's something I need you to do. If you ever meet up with Yorha Unit 9S, I want him, I mean...
Alright, I'm back. Let's see what new bullshit I unlocked. They say 26 different endings in this game.
We've confirmed that the network core units known as Adam and Eve have been destroyed. The enemy's chain of command has been thrown into complete chaos. As such, humanity has chosen to seize this opportunity and launch an all-out attack against the machine forces. Of course, the forces of Yorha will participate in this endeavor. Remember your pain. The pain of having your homeland stolen. We will never give up our struggle. We will take back the seas, the skies, the land. We will take back our world from the scourge of the machines. We will not fail in this mission. Here and now, we will put an end to this goddamn war. Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
What?
Server Administrator 3S. Server Administrator 3S. Please return to the server administration room as soon as...
What?
possible to handle a capacity issue. End transmission.
What?
Command to all Yorha units. Upon your descent to the surface, proceed to follow pre-programmed instructions.
Well, that seems like more legitimate version of the armor that I should have been seeing throughout the entire game. I think this game is built backwards. I think they should have started with the big suit, then played the second playthrough with her in a skirt, then the third playthrough with her even less.
Our final major operation had begun. Still,
final major operation?
At the time, I knew nothing
about
how the battle would end, nor what fate stood in wait for us.
Now, let's see if I actually have to play this entire game from beginning to end again. Or if this is actually a different playthrough.
And those are your orders. Do you understand?
The scanners are going to hack into the enemy's anti-air system and shut it down in advance of an all-out assault, right?
That's right. Good job, 9S.
Why are you talking to me like I'm a child?
What? That must be your imagination.
Huh, this is a completely different
Look for
game.
machines that are receiving signals from the anti-air system. They should be located in elevated areas with good signal reception. I forwarded the general positions of the machine life forms you need to hack.
Roger.
Please refrain from destroying the target. If you do, another one will simply take its place.
No killing the target. Got it.
The target is thought to be in a high location with good network reception. Try examining the rooftops of buildings.
Roger.
I see your hacking was successful. Way to go!
You're totally treating me like a kid.
Now move on to the next one.
Fine.
Anyone still there? No? Nobody? I guess I'm here alone.
Be advised, the target's appearance is identical to that of a standard enemy. Once you approach, however, a marker will appear.
Is it me, or does it seem like they're getting smarter?
So, it looks like a lot of the reviews I watched on this game only focused on the first playthrough. And not actually on the second or third playthrough. Which is strange enough on its own. Yeah, that's... Huh. No, no, go to... Why? Why would he not hold on?
Defensive system operation confirmed to be declining.
Almost there.
There seems to be
Looks like
quite a
it's
bit
going
of
well down
grinding
there.
in this game.
Every scanner in the force is involved in this operation. So let's try not to fall behind.
Yeah, no falling behind. Got it.
9S,
What is it?
make sure to do whatever is necessary to avoid combat.
And how will I provide support to the squad if I don't fight?
Scanner units such as yourself are not designed for battle.
It's true.
Aw,
He's
Are
not.
you worried about me?
No, I'm merely pointing out that you would be a liability on the battlefield.
Wow, that's harsh.
Most of the enemies are gone, so I'm just running around now. Okay, so it looks like there's more to play in this game, oddly enough. Shit. Come on. Route navigation is always the hardest navigation. Nope, I guess I'm not meant to. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Let's try this one more time. Well, they already said that if I kill it, another one will take its place.
Whoops.
Unit 9S, your orders are to hack into enemy units, not destroy them.
I didn't kill it.
Destroyed units will simply be replaced. Attacking is pointless. Try to sneak up behind your foes, keep out of sight, and then, boom! Hack 'em up good.
Okay. Boom? Is she serious?
Well, what else do they want to ban? Being a man? They want to ban being a man. Can we talk about that then? Because now there is no such thing as gender, right? So they want to ban being a man, having a penis. They want to.
11S to 9S, come in.
9S here. Go ahead.
Just about wrapped up here. How about you?
Just one left, I think.
Roger. Be sure to head back to the bunker when you're done so you can sync your data.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Until your combat data is uploaded, none of the scanner models can run updates.
Okay. I'll take care of it as soon as I'm done here.
Appreciate it.
Analysis. It is now possible to hack directly into the target Goliath-class machine lifeform. Special software protection detected. Enemy is refusing access from anything other than machine lifeforms.
Oh, I see.
Unit 9S should commandeer a smaller enemy. Alert. Exiting the planned operational area. Proposal. Return to the operational area immediately. to hack directly into the target Goliath-class machine lifeform. Special software protection detected. Enemy is refusing access from anything other than machine lifeforms. Proposal. Unit 9S should commandeer a smaller enemy and use it to hack the large one.
A little multi-level hacking, huh?
Okay. Where do I go to find another smaller enemy? Guess across the way. Great. This is the slowest, lamest robot ever. Also, on that note, it's been over 3 hours. I'm going to finish this mission, and I'm going to go chill. And then I'm going to see what I can find. Maybe I'll play... I'm gonna take a look at what the Evil Within holds in store. Maybe it'll be relatively cheap. Throw some money at it. Slowest enemy ever. Oh, flawless victory.
Whew. That looks like everything.
Proposal. Unit 9S should rendezvous with Unit 2B before the combat situation worsens.
Sounds like a plan. Let me just mark the point on the map. And there.
Operation level 17%. Why couldn't I destroy the last one? Whatever. Alright, guys. I will be back later on for another couple of hours. I guess for those of you who will be back, I'll see you soon. For those of you who won't be, then have a good night. And yeah, well, I start looking for a new game to play because this is hours and hours of entertainment, but I'm not quite sure what's happening. It looks like there's a new story mission. The story mission continues. This is going to make the review of this game a little bit interesting, isn't it? But before I go, marksmanship shooting programs in schools. Ban them in schools? Just outright? I guess I'll have to take a look. Maybe when I come back, we'll talk about it. I'll actually read into it, see what the hell they're talking about. But yeah, I propose we ban feminism and Marxism and all these other ideologies because they just create a culture of oppression for everyone.
Here we go.
What's this? I guess that's the mission. I guess that's it. Now I just have to save, and I'm out.
2B, the operation will begin at a point southwest of the city ruins. Use your flight unit to travel there and meet up with 9S.
Will do.
We've repaired and reinstalled the weapons damaged in the fight against Eve. Be careful, okay? The mission will be in full swing by the time you get there.
I will. And thanks.
The Council of Humanity has a message from
The left hasn't gone nuts. I keep telling you guys, this is the purpose of it. This isn't any different than what they were doing before. This is all part of their design. There's no other anything other than them wanting far left. No, it's not far left. It's not even left. Like left. Remember, being left was about trying to help people and trying to achieve some things and trying to I don't know, help your fellow neighbor. Well, what is this constant need to oppress everything around you? To literally become the thing you hate. To literally take on fascist Nazi ideology. This isn't the left. This is the false dichotomy of thinking this is the left versus the right. This is literally crazy Marxist useful idiots trying to remove any notion of understanding of what weapons are, or in virtue signal their ass through everything. The leftists I know don't want any of this stuff either. Or at least I've never met a leftist that wants the majority of this stuff. They might think they do, but some decent civil conversation will normally change that. This is the other thing I wanted. I wanted the Discord to be full of people and differing opinions. So I can actually converse with people and try and figure out whether they do want different things. Okay, you know what? We're gonna continue this after I come back. Oh god, I can't stop. I can't pause it. Why can't I come? I can't even heal. Can't even heal, guys. None of my stuff is working properly. These guys have become bullet sponges. They warned me that they would become bullet sponges. Whatever. I'm done. I'm gonna go eat. I haven't eaten anything all day. It's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go watch a little bit of TV with Siggy, and then. Oh shit! You asked me about Ben Shapiro. You know what? Wait till I come back. We'll get into a whole conversation about this stuff. All right, later.